Hello, it's DC and Tish, and we are doing a live stream. Let me just take my dumb little logo off because it's not just me, it's me and Tish.
Tish.
And yes, I am DC. I'm an MLM dropout. I left my last and final MLM in April of this year, and I get a
Woo.
little weepy over it, so I haven't done a ton of videos on it, but I've got big feelings about multi-level marketing, and I've got a lot to say. Everyone's been so kind and so welcoming and so helpful. It's been awesome. Well, I mean, the pro MLM people haven't been helpful, but the anti-MLM people have been great. So I am excited to do this collab with Tish tonight. And if she is new to you on my channel, I'm going to let her introduce herself, and we're going to talk a little bit about her background and kind of like how she got here. So y'all can become attached and have warm fuzzies and go follow her on her channel too. So I'm going to go ahead and hand the microphone over to her and let her tell y'all about her.
Okay. Hi. Fancy meeting you here on your live. I'm Tish. My channel's called 𝐔𝐒𝐄 and I used to hate YouTube. Hard to believe. And because I'm a teacher, a high school teacher, and I've been teaching drama, visual art, all in the arts, and so many of my students used to beg me, "Oh, miss, can you watch this video? Watch this video." And I'd be like, I don't do YouTube videos, okay? I'm more highbrow than that. No, get it away from me. Anyway, when did I even start watching YouTube? A couple of years ago, and then I went, "Oh my God, I've been missing out on all this stuff." And then I think the gateway drug for anti-MLM, Kiki Chanel, and then, Kiki leads to Chelsea leads to everybody else. So,
Yeah.
like basically just binged all of Kiki's work. But I think when I was watching it, she'd sort of stopped. You know how she sort of stopped for a bit. So then, I've been a bit up and down with Chelsea. Like sometimes I'll be like, yeah, I really love her stuff, but now I'm back to loving her stuff again.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's much that will persuade me the other way. But also really love uh Isabel Lanta because she swears like me. I like a good swear.
Yeah. Yep.
And yeah, I think the reason why I got into anti-MLM, I was doing other stuff like reaction stuff, and I still do some reality TV reactions. But I started anti-MLM because I'd been watching the programs. Oh my God, my dog is like yelling at me right now. Um, what did I do? I was like just watching lots and I really enjoyed it. Never been in an MLM. Don't know what, like I just was fascinated by all of how people get into it. And I've always liked true crime and cults.
Yeah.
So I'm like, of course, this is why it makes sense now.
Yeah.
And then I went and that I saw that Monat was recruiting in Australia. And I'm
Oh.
like, really? Really? Are we doing this? And when they recruited in Australia, they had a whole month where they couldn't get product and people were ranking up and yeah, so I'm
Oh.
like, okay. And then I watched that Truly video of Lily Zaremba, you
Oh
know,
yeah, that's wild. Yep. Yep.
and she had like announced they're going to Australia, and I'm like, okay, now I have to start anti-MLM videos because I
Yeah.
hadn't really seen anyone on YouTube. I'd seen a small anti-MLM Angel, who's amazing on Instagram, and she's got a podcast. She's
Cool.
fantastic, but not really on YouTube. So I'm like, right, let's go and do this, even if it's only small. That's okay. You know,
Well, everyone
I have a 9 to 5.
I have a 9 to 5 as well, but everyone loves you. I think you're just
Oh,
gonna continue growing. And again, when I told people in our Discord, like, Tish said she'd go live with me, and everyone's like, we love Tish. So,
Oh, that's
um,
beautiful.
I think I found you because you did an 𝐊𝐈𝐍𝐿 video, maybe. And 𝐊𝐿𝐈𝐍𝐿 is kind of the hot topic within Erin's Discord because they're trying to make a lot of movement on taking her down and like everyone else as well. And so someone had shared your video, and I think it's been a resounding everyone loves you, and I'm just so stoked
Hmm.
that you were willing to go live with me. So yeah,
Oh, that's lovely.
yeah, you, again, I'm just like I feel like I'm starstruck a little bit, but I'm gonna be on my best behavior. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I was watching MLM stuff when I was still in, um,
Yeah.
and I kinda just, like, woke up a little bit slowly, I guess, and I think that's great that there's, like, a huge variety of people to watch, if you're trying to find that right fit of listening to information that hits you kind of in a way that you can listen to it. I think there's a big range, so I really like that.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
your opening line, on your videos, "It's fancy, meeting you here," is just the best. Like, I love that every time when I when I click on your videos, and I love that you're in a different time zone than us because I can, like, wake up and, like, y'all, in the live chat, Tish churns out videos like nobody's business, and it's the best, and I'm not trying to, like, box you in, Tish, but I love, like, "Oh, she's got another video up." It's like a sure thing, and, like, that's what I love, like, so many videos out, so much to and you have such a wide range of things that you've talked about already, so I just love it. Um,
Oh, thank you.
I am
I
so fan
think
right now.
when I think it was a while ago, some where, Chelsea gives out advice, here and there, which is awesome as a large creator. It's nice to know sort of what are some tips. And she said, when she was a smaller channel, she said getting a lot of videos out really did help her get into the algorithm and that sort of thing. And I
Yeah.
mean, the goal for me is just have fun. I have a lot of fun. I feel like I can be smart.
Mhm.
Look
Yes,
at
you
me
can.
being smart. I'm
Yeah.
talking and being smart, so makes me feel, intellectually superior. Please, no one actually, like, isolate that footage and
We're
I'm
clipping
like,
that, we're tagging it.
there's
Oh,
no pro MLM people on here, are there?
yeah, probably not.
Oh, well, they're welcome as long as they're polite and
Yeah.
nice, you
Yeah,
know?
I say you can disagree with me all day long as we're civil and respectful, we can have conversations in the live chat or the comment section, but so far I've mostly just been blocked, so it's, hasn't been great so far.
Well,
And yeah.
Dominic Izzo did ask if I wanted to go live with him,
Oh,
and I said I would think about it, and
yeah.
I did think about it, and then I sent a couple of DMs, and I'm like, "What do you reckon?" Because, he was very respectful in my comment section.
Oh,
Like, he didn't say anything rude, um, as opposed to, like, the other which he'd done with JJ
yeah.
and Kirstie as well,
Yep.
and Jessica, obviously. Jessica was just a It was a drive-by shooting for Jessica. She was, like, not involved at all, and he just
Yeah.
was like, yeah, so I had thought about it, and I'm like, and I know that Chelsea had really good reasons as well, which is like, I'm not gonna damage my brand for you and have you traumatize my audiences. And that's the same for me. I don't want you to be transphobic on my channel.
Yeah,
You can be transphobic on your channel,
for sure.
even though you shouldn't be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, and it's
So,
about, protecting your audience, and it's like, and
mm,
again, it's not like you are you don't have questions about, like, genuine things because you've seen the things that he said on his own channel and the things that he's done, so it's like, it's all well and good you're being civil in my comment section, but, I mean, it's a multifaceted issue, and
yeah.
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, he called himself the F slur for rubbing coconut oil into his beard.
Yeah. Oh my god. And again, it's like,
You know?
you know, he wants to go live, he wants to, you know, not be taken out of context, but it's like, okay, well, then you can't say all this stuff because guess what? We don't do that shit here. We, you know, we're everyone's welcome and we don't use slurs and we don't use derogatory language. So, and you haven't shown that
Mm.
you haven't shown that you can do that. So, you know, you have to use 𝐔𝐿 logic DC. Yeah, I kind of want him to talk to my dad, but I'm just like, I don't think he's worth it. Yeah, I don't think he's worth it.
I had thought if it would come to that, I thought that you would be a good mediator, 'cause that was
Mhm.
that was what I was thinking too, is that, okay, if we were gonna have it, we need a mediator, we need, like, rules about who speaks when.
Yep.
It would have to be very structured,
Yeah.
but I just haven't re-answered it, and so he hasn't harassed me again.
Yeah.
Ignoring things is the best way.
Yeah. And again, it's like
Yeah.
you would need to have like a structured, a true debate rules, like you were saying,
Mm.
you know, with the timer, with the and you know the moderator, my dad or whatever, be able to say like, no, you're muted, your time's up, next question, and have people submit questions, and then you know do it like a true like at least here, I don't know if y'all have, at least in high school and college, there's like debate kind of teams and stuff, and there's I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sure y'all do. I'm sorry, I'm being so uneducated. I'm just like I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, you'd have to do something like that, I think. And again, ugh, and again, it's like, okay, we'll leave the live unedited up with the NSFW and the trigger warning, but then it's like we're gonna edit out the other stuff, you know?
Yeah,
And it's like,
exactly.
and again, it's like Tish would be the one taking the risk. Chelsea would be one taking the risk. All the other people
Mm.
he's asked to do these debates with are the ones taking the risk because their association with him helps him. His association with y'all doesn't help you. You're the one that bears the burden of, you
Yeah.
know, getting just thrashed by him, you know, not being
Mm.
welcoming and just saying horrible things. Um, Dave, what's up? Dave has been so excited about this. I've been excited.
Oh,
I'm
that's awesome.
everyone has. So, I need
Well,
to.
he doesn't have to wake up at the crack of dawn to hop on, so
Yep, yep. Dave's just gonna need to play hooky from work. Let's see. I'm gonna try to find this video. And you may have already
okay.
watched it, but it's iGenius's not iGenius. It's in iGenius, but it's a WFAB's like recruiting call. That Jasmine had sent me. So I don't know. WFAB's like recruiting call. Whoop. That's my YouTube user error. Oh my gosh, technical difficulties. We are so like we're 14 minutes in and hasn't been too bad yet. So,
No,
oh my god,
it's been very good,
yeah,
very good.
yep, yep. Let's see. So Tish, while I'm trying to pull this up, how long have you been teaching for, and how did you get into that?
I've been teaching for nearly 20 years.
Okay.
So I'm I'm 45. I look younger though. My secret, both of my sisters have kids and I don't.
Mm,
So,
perfect.
and I look younger than
Longevity.
them. I'm like, it could be it. But when I left school, I did what people call a gap year now, um, or just do it, traveling abroad for a year or whatever. I did that, except it was just called not going to university. And
Okay.
then I was working in supermarkets and was like, oh, my brain is dead. I can't take it. I need to stimulate my brain. And I was living in a smaller town there, but they had a remote campus, the university, and so I started just a Bachelor of Arts, which is a basic study, because I didn't know what I wanted to do, and then someone suggested teaching, and I went, "Oh, yeah." And it was so funny because I was the worst student. I was
Mm,
terrible. My karma for that, okay? I've had plenty of terrible classes as
yeah.
my karma for being terrible at school.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm
so
sure that
and,
makes you a better teacher because you had, I feel like it gives you some insight of, like, trying to make something better for for students.
oh,
At least in my opinion, I don't
absolutely.
know. Oh my gosh. Okay, I found the video. Jasmine can't stop me even though she can block me. Okay. I'm going to pull up my Aircast. Okay. Alright, we know this, we know this, we know this. I also talk to myself, so my apologies. Okay.
I do, but and sing as well.
Love it.
Isn't it it's lucky we have YouTube so then we don't look completely insane.
Yeah, we're actually, like, talking to an audience, and even though, it just lucked out that we have audiences. I did a gap year. A year is the rest of your life, right? Dave. Yep, yep. Dave is the king of the comment section. He let's see. Okay, if we're up here, let me oh, let me do this because that's not gonna work. Okay. Share. Should have had this up, but that's okay.
It's okay, it's
Yep.
okay.
Yep. Okay. Screen share. Stop. Okay. Success. Mm, okay. Oops.
What's a lovely mouth rant?
I'm
Lynn
sorry?
said I'm Lynn said I'm about to throw rocks at the work chat. They're having a lovely mouth rant. Am
I
I
don't
am
know.
I missing something?
Uh-oh. I don't know. Lynn. Oh, audio,
Like,
audio. I don't know. What's a mouth rant, Lynn? She'll answer in a second. Okay. Okay. Let's see. We're going to share screen, share audio. This doesn't look promising. Okay. I'm gonna turn it
oh,
sideways. Well, we're gonna turn it sideways. You are gonna turn sideways. Okay. Oh, gosh dang it. Okay.
are you playing that through your iPad?
I am. I'm
Okay.
streaming it to my computer. Normally I guess we could have done it from share screen. We can do it from I guess we can do it from here because that way let me just see. Sometimes it is there we go. All right, and I'm gonna try to do this. Okay. And I know this is cut off. Hold on. Okay. Okay, okay. Um oh. And my colleagues are going insane and oh, okay. I guess they're just having a work chat, but it's messing up our live stream. Lynn does live with the Vikings. She is in Norway. Okay, so this is as Tish knows, this is our buddy Dre, but Jasmine's going to be talking, and this is what they send out to people who are looking to join their team. It's a call, and let me just double check that I can play this at a faster speed. I know I'm going to play it at 1.25 because they're a little long-winded. I guess Tish, how did you find out about WFAB? Did you find out about them when they were still in Monate, or did you discover them when they had already moved to iGenius?
I had seen Dre in the in Monate videos,
Okay.
but it was mainly around when they were fangirling over Boss Lee and saying, "Oh, she's fantastic. She's gonna sue everybody, blah blah blah," and yeah, so I knew Dre. I didn't really know Jasmine. I think that's about it. Like Dre but I was watching old ones and Matilda was in one of the old ones and You
Yep.
know, you can see them. And I was rewatching the disastrous Zoom, where they announced that they were leaving to iGenius,
Oh, yeah.
and one of the people in the little Zoom meeting was Alicia, the one who I'm a boss and a queen and I
Yep.
need my mimosa. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
She was in one of the windows, but she did not look happy.
Ooh.
So I was thinking like, oh, did they because she's in the reality show, must have convinced her to go. So
Yep.
yeah, that was
Yeah.
interesting. It's interesting to see them talking about, the old things because literally, Monations was a month before they did that, and
Yep.
Jasmine had gotten the fake PhD from John Maxwell,
Oh my
you
god.
know?
Her PhD makes me insane. Like, it's not a real PhD. Two, there's no dissertation involved. You don't have to defend your thesis in front of a board. There's no accreditation. There's nothing. It's just a money grab. And it's just to say, like, oh, you're emotionally what? You're an idiot for spending all this money with John Maxwell, who makes his money off of doing the MLM rounds. And he's a former freaking pastor. Oh, yeah.
No,
Yes.
really?
Yep. Yep. So back in the day, Mary Kay, that's what I was in first. He they would like highlight his stuff back in 2013, even before. But
Wow.
he was a pastor, and so you hear some of his earlier talks about how he started doing things differently in his church. And so now he's just on the MLM round. So it's even more twisty than just being an MLM whatever
Mm.
motivational speaker. He's a twisty using the religion in all that other stuff. I don't know. It's yeah.
At
Everyone.
least at least Rachel Hollis, she eventually disavowed her MLM stuff, even if she is like still a bit scammy now.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pop this up. I know there's a. Let me see. Let me try to put this. Hold on. Let me try to mess up one. I'm gonna take the
That's
background
right,
out.
Dave.
You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do this better for everybody. Stop screen share. I'm gonna do it on my Chrome so that we don't have a weird border. Sorry,
I
everybody.
just put Dave's comment up
Yes.
because I was like, oh, I can put comments up.
Yes. Feel free to put, and again, they get wild in the chat, so I love to put all of them up. Okay, Vimeo, WFab. And then now, when is the WFab episode 3 gonna come out? Because let's see, work from
I've got
anywhere.
bingo cards ready. I am ready for it. Okay.
Yep.
I'm
Okay.
I'm in talks with Auntie Lushy,
Oh,
Jessica.
sweet. Yep.
She's got it, and I'm like, oh yes, let's do it. Let's do this bingo.
Yeah. WFab on Vimeo. Oh, here it is. Here it is. I'm just gonna do this so that we can do the pop out where. There we go. All right, and oh, share screen. Okay. Oh, we still got a black border. Okay, well that's okay. All right. Okay, stop and normal speed. Let's see.
Jasmine is going to be starting this call off, guys. I call Jasmine.
Can y'all hear that? Okay. Oh, wait, but no. We have to see episode 3. They spent so much money on the first 2 episodes. They're just gonna bomb out and not do episode 3. Give me a break. They have to do episode 3.
I
Please.
need it. I
Yes.
need it. And it's about the anti-MLMers. We need it.
Yes, we do need it. Oh my gosh.
Jasmine, the visionary of WFAB. She is a woman that always sees like 5-10 steps ahead. I don't know what it is. It's like this intuition that she has where she sees 5-10 steps ahead of where we are and the future, and always innovating, super creative, and really is the lifeline of our team. So I want to introduce her to you guys. So Jasmine Elizabeth, please take it away.
Hello, everybody. Welcome.
Apologize if you are light sensitive. Her camera is not set up correctly, so there's going to be some strobing behind her. So if you are sensitive, just wanted to give y'all a heads up. Some of the people who watch my stream are, so I just wanted to throw that out there. Apologies.
Welcome to.
Are you the only person who can pause it, or?
Look, if you hover, can you see the share screen below you, or what can you see on your end?
If I hover over it, no.
Okay. Well, I feel free to pause. I will just watch you, and I will pause. I have a pause button right next to me, so I don't have to find my deal, and we can do that. That's the one bummer about. Well, that's the multiple bummer about StreamYard, but at least we can live stream now. Okay.
But why does Dre have to introduce you? Why can't you just start off the call?
That's a good question.
Because it's just ridiculous. I think they might have seen, because that's what the Empire does a lot of. We have to introduce the speaker.
Yep.
Because you need to talk her up, and everyone's like, "Oh, we better do that. We better do that."
Yep. Do you think that they think that it makes themselves feel like they're more important if they have a hype person introduce them?
Absolutely.
I don't know. It's just wild. It's weird being out of it for so long. For so long, it's weird being out of it for 5 months now and being like, this is weird. This is weird. This is weird. Oh my gosh. And yes, apologies. Jasmine and Dre do scream a little bit. So, oh my gosh.
Go over some things with you, and I hope that it makes sense for you guys. I want you guys to really get to know me, because honestly, the only reason why I'm here is because of the experiences that I went through. I'm here, creating my own reality for myself. Rely on my own self, which has been something that I have been working towards for a very long time.
Wait. Sorry. Wasn't she in a relationship with someone who had a lot of money, and she was living in Dubai and had all these cars and got a lot of stuff? And so she's talking about creating her own reality. That seems like a stretch. I don't know what you think about that, Tish.
Well, actually, she got out of that relationship because it was abusive. So she had all the money, but she said she didn't have any freedom. And then she's like, oh well, I think she had already been, I can't remember if the relationship was in between the relationship who she had with the iGenius dude. Well, Vera, who ripped her off.
Yeah.
I don't know if the other relationship was after that or before that, but yeah, she basically thought she wanted to be a trophy wife,
Okay.
Yeah. And then found out, oh, I don't have much freedom. I get lots of things, but I don't have any freedom. And so she got out of that relationship. But she's still not self-made because a team got her where she is.
Yeah. Yep. Good. Very good points. I'll just exit out of this video and let Tish. I feel like Tish knows all of the backstory. I don't know. That's my favorite part of watching movies, is knowing the backstory of stuff. So the fact that Tish knows all this is the best.
Independent, right? And so I want you guys to really get the experience that I went through, so you guys can understand why we preach and we're so passionate about what we do and this community and overall the business. Okay, so I am Jasmine Elizabeth. Hello, everybody.
We know who you are.
I'm 31 years old, and I only got into entrepreneurship when I was 25. And I feel like I was a little bit late in my entrepreneurial journey, but we're here and we made it happen. And I never knew what entrepreneurship was prior.
I mean, okay, running your own, recruiting people, I get that. I don't know if I would call it true entrepreneurship, but I mean, talking people into paying a monthly fee and then you getting commission whether they sell something or not doesn't really feel like true entrepreneurship to me, but obviously I'm just a hater. Ugh. I'm
Of
excited to
course, of
binge
course.
Tish's videos after this. I'm under a rock and missed any links to her. She's linked in my description, or she should be on my uploads. I'm gonna make sure to link her. She's in my favorites when I do put the rules and stuff in afterwards, but I'm gonna actually link her really quickly in the live chat so that y'all can have her and go follow her really quickly.
Hey.
Let's see.
My dad's shaking up some spray paint or something, and the dogs just went off. No.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say something else about her as well. What was it? No, it's gone. We can keep going.
Okay. Everyone, I just linked Tish's channel in the live chat. You should be able to link it if there's any moderators here. If my link didn't work, if you could go grab the link for my live chat so people can go follow Tish if they don't already do that.
Prior to being 25 years old. So I'm grateful that I was able to experience it in my 20s at least, and be able to take control of my life. But my life never always was like this. I actually was an entitled, broke girl, okay, looking to score a rich man, okay? I know we all probably either had this idea or know somebody that has gone through this mindset before. And I was actually in an environment where it was normal to rely on other people. And although deep down, I really did want to be known as that, boss babe, boss girl. I wanted that independent title, right? Who gets her own, but instead I took the easy route out, right? And I got distracted. I went through this phase for about 5 years and got myself into a relationship that was a little toxic, right? He gave me the world financially, but back then I thought I hit the jackpot, and being spoiled felt so good, but it also came with a price. And that price was my peace. I never really understood how important, how much of a luxury having peace in your life was until I went through this experience. And that was really what...
I mean, do you still have peace in your life? Because I don't, I feel like it's difficult to sleep knowing that the people under you aren't winning and the people under you are the only reason you have a lifestyle where you can buy whatever you want to and travel wherever you want to. And I mean, it's a relative, I feel like. She just says she just feels peace because someone else isn't paying. Someone else who she has decided shouldn't be paying for her lifestyle when she's totally okay with a bunch of people paying for her lifestyle. I don't know.
And she really, she has power over them.
Yep.
She's got the hierarchy. So previously with her partner, she didn't have the hierarchy. So she always wanted that, lush life or whatever. But it must be so stressful. I don't care. That's what you get for being where you are.
Right.
She has to maintain that because of how she dropped in Monate, 7 ranks, and everybody knows it that she dropped 7 ranks.
Yep.
And that's why you left,
Yep.
because I think it's also very curious that Veronica did not join their team.
Yes. I was wondering the same thing too, because they were at the time, or they used to be located in the same area. Then she was in Germany. Now she's coming back. She and her boyfriend are moving back to Florida, and she went in a completely different direction. She did not join Debbie Fab. So that feels like, I don't know, like a Romeo and Juliet, like that type of family fighting type situation where it's like, you know what I'm saying? Because they didn't go with, she didn't go with Debbie Fab, and Debbie Fab's supposed to be this up and coming huge organization, and Veronica is like, I don't know. I don't know. She just seems like she's
directly under Anthony Napolitano.
Yep, and he's number
signed
1
up
in
with him.
Genius, right? Yep.
Mhm.
I watched her call with him, and he is boring AF to listen to.
Oh man.
He's
He has
guy.
it down. He knows every like it's the same thing every time because he has to maintain that. Otherwise, if people go looking under the rocks and asking any questions, they realize how dodgy it actually is. Like,
Yep.
Turd Girl 1 We love Turd Girl 1.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we do.
Her videos on InvestView and iGenius, fantastic.
Yeah.
Really getting to the nitty-gritty.
Yeah. And so if you really want to understand those, again, Turd Girl 1 has all that, and she's been taking care of her mom for the past several weeks, and so she hasn't been able to put up videos, but she has them already up on her channel. So she's a very good resource.
Changed everything, my values, my belief, and got me to where I'm at today, right? I was consistently mentally abused and got cheated on because, you know, he had me at the palm of his hands because I was completely under his control. And as the world looked at me, like I was the luckiest girl to have such a luxurious lifestyle at such a young age with, you know, the penthouse, I had a gifted Bentley truck and all the designer bags, like everything a woman would dream of having for herself. But deep down, behind closed doors, I was broken. It was my darkest moments in my life, right? But that's what birthed the woman that I am today. And that's when I realized that I was willing to kill that old version of me to commit and decide to become who I am today. And I remember sitting in my gifted Bentley truck thinking to myself,
that seems extreme. I mean, I don't know what's like. Why do we need to unalive anybody? Like, why? I don't know. Like, you can just pivot. You can just make a little bit of a shift and change and grow, or you know what I mean. Like, I don't. It's always this extreme language in these kind of cult groups, and it's like die to self, kill my old self, all this other stuff, and it's like, whoa, what are we talking about? I don't know. It seems extreme to me. That's all.
Yeah. In the opposite direction as well with, I fell in love with this product, or I'm obsessed with this product. It's either either. And it's like, you know, when you're 24, 25, it's okay to have bad experiences. You don't have to, it's not the end of the world. You can come back from it. You can learn from it. And that's why it's toxic positivity 101. And it's like, you shouldn't push it down or push it away. You need to deal with it or it's always going to be there. You know?
Yep.
Wow, I don't even have $8,000 in my bank account, but I'm carrying this gifted Chanel purse, right?
Oh boy.
And it just didn't make sense to me, right? And that's when I realized, money cannot buy happiness, but what it can buy is freedom. And I did not have that, right? And so that was the day I decided I was going to become something and help myself get out of this dark hole that I put myself in, and that I would no longer give the power and control to somebody else. And so obviously I still love the lifestyle.
What day?
I said I would.
What day, Jasmine?
Yeah.
Was it a date? Like, she's just saying, she just talked about having this bag and then said, and that was the day I decided to do this. And it's like, what day? Where were you? Like, you just sort of, did you skip a line in your script?
Yep.
Because that's what it seems like.
Yep. And they do change their narratives to fit their pitches. And it's like, it becomes vague in parts where there should be detail, and it gets very detailed in parts that don't need detail. And it's like, okay, we get it. You're selling us something. But again, the truth would be more impactful. It would land better. Not that I want her to have a better pitch for iGenius, but still, I'm just desperate for someone to tell the truth, or at least have an honest story, or even a consistent story. I mean, a consistent story would even be appreciative, because I watch so many Zoom calls at this point where it's like it changes from one group to the next. Jessie Lee Ward does this all the time. Her story changes all the time.
Yes, her story's changed. The basement, but a couple of months ago, I heard her say that she was fired from her job in the lab.
Yep.
She's never said that.
Yeah.
You know, she said that they weren't paying her enough.
Yep.
She actually said she was fired. I'm like, is that to make your story more dramatic? I don't know. Like, it was already pretty dramatic.
Yeah.
Like,
and she even said in her podcast she was making $55,000 US a year, first year out of college. So it's like, that seems like a pretty good first year in 2010, 2011. Like, come on. Yeah, I mean, that seems pretty decent. So I just, it's out of touch. It feels a smidgy out of touch, but oh my gosh. Yep.
only love this lifestyle if I had peace in my life, right? It would be perfect. This lifestyle would be perfect if I just had peace in my life. And the only way I could have control over that is if I built this lifestyle up for myself and earned it myself. And that's when I entered the online world 2 years ago. And I really took it serious and built a multiple six-figure business in just 8 months. And I have been able to earn myself that same lifestyle that I was given, right? And so I share this story because whether you went through something similar or not, you can learn something from this, and it's to never settle. Whether you're settling, you know, with your current the situation that you're in, whether it's a relationship, whether it's your current job, whether it's the life, just the life that you're going through right now, whether you're not getting, you know, paid for what you're worth. This is for you guys to understand that you do not have to settle. You get to choose. You can create your own reality. You just have to really believe that you can. And I'm pretty sure you guys have heard this before.
She's going off script.
Yeah, she is. And it's also like,
because she was like flustered and trying to reach for words. And it's like, that's obviously not on your script, Jasmine. You didn't learn that bit, did you? See, this is the years as a drama teacher. What I say to my students is, drama's awesome. It teaches you how to lie really well. It's great.
I would love
excellent liar.
I would love to like have you I whenever Jessie Lee Ward was doing her 90-day run, I had her automatically, like, her lives she would do would automatically download to my iPad. So I just like want to send you the Google Drive of that, because I would love to see what your perspective is of her body language, because I mean, you might need to like prepare yourself for it, but just because you're a drama teacher, I feel like you would be like, this is bullshit. You know what I mean? I just I don't know. I just feel like I feel like some of it is, and it's like I don't trust her one bit. I don't.
And she was frazzled by the end of that 90-day run.
Oh,
she was frazzled.
Yep.
Oof.
Yep.
It was a rough 90 days.
Yeah. It was very rough.
You got to do is just believe in yourself, but that's really what it is, that you can go out there and see yourself through me, and you can see yourself in me and say like, wow, I can do that as well too, because that's all it took for me. And that's why WFAB was created. It is to give people real hope, to those who have struggled, who have gone through pain, to believe that they can get out of their current reality. You just need to find the right circle, the right vehicle with the right mentorship, like how I did, and work towards making it a reality every single day.
Wasn't she in WFAB when she was in this controlling relationship with the guy who was paying her a ton of, I don't know. I thought she was in WFAB.
I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, I'll have to look into that, because if she was, then how does joining WFAB at this point help, and why didn't it help her at that point? You know, it's just
she co-created it with Kelly.
Yeah. And she did, and then they stole it from her. They co-opted it, I guess.
But then they were under Kirstie Stone at Monat, and I had heard a couple of months ago that Kirstie Stone had left, and she was going to well, you know, when Daniela, not the one with the square eyebrows, the other one, Daniela Marie, she had said, "Oh, we've recruited lots of top leaders," and I'm like, "Oh, I bet you it's Kirstie Stone," because she had looked like she was Jasmine's direct upline, and she was co-hosting calls in Zooms when she was still in Monat. So Kirstie really, you know, rated her. So I thought that she might go, but it doesn't seem to have happened yet. But you know, Monat's a sinking ship.
Yep.
She's going down.
We can only hope.
So, I see the comments.
If you are just joining us, I am doing a collaboration. Tish and I collaborating together. We are watching some iGenius effery. This is what they send to people who are looking to join their team. So they talk to them, and I tried to get recruited by Jasmine, but then I guess she found my videos and blocked me. But this is on Vimeo. It's available for anyone. This is what they send them to say, this is the team and the environment that you can join and align with. and it is just, it's a whole moment. So Tish is giving us her perspective, and I'm throwing in some stuff there too, and we're just watching, hopefully, the start of something, metaphorically burning, because we're not excited about iGenius. We're not excited about formerly Monat, and yeah, Debbie Fab's a whole moment, and we're here kind of to watch it go off the rails a little bit. So
comments, I see myself through you. I love you, Tilt. So we have the right vehicle, you guys, the right mentorship right in front of you guys. I want to put something into perspective for you, okay? And that is investing. I only really got into investing last year, okay? I didn't know how powerful it was, investing was, until last year. I had made a lot of money in network marketing by social selling, as you guys, as I said 2 years ago.
I mean, social recruiting, not social selling. Give me a break.
In social selling, but I just didn't know how to invest my money, and I didn't know the power of it and how it can really create wealth for everybody.
Veronica said that.
You guys know what social?
Sorry?
Veronica has said that. I made so much money in my former company, because we're not allowed to mention our former company. Not allowed to mention it. But I made so much money in my former company, but I wasted so much money. I think it's in the video that I've been trying to freaking get out for the last 4 days. And it's just like, so in other words, you were flexing and lying when you're in Monat, right?
Yep.
Because that's what you're telling me.
Yeah. Yep.
You didn't actually have any money, because you're telling us now that you weren't good with your money. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
it's just, and I know it's cognitive dissonance for the people who are in it not to go back and see, oh, didn't she, that they just must be gaslit so much that it's just whatever the reality is, they have to accept it. That's a really cult thing. Do you remember I can't remember the name of them, but the one in Japan, the one that did the gas attacks. Oh God, I can't remember their name. But they did these gas attacks, and their leader, Shoko Asahari, he used to do this crazy stuff, and because he was the leader, they just had to make it true. So he had, I don't know, levitated because he could lift his he in sorry, I'm not explaining this well, but I'll get
No, you're
there.
good.
In a yoga cross-legged position, he could lift himself off the ground with force, and it looked like he was levitating. So everyone's like, "Oh, well, our master can levitate, blah 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 blah." But he ended up having a big terrorist attack in the Japanese subway, and I think it killed a couple of people. But he was arrested and blah 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 blah. But that's what a cult leader will do. It's like whatever the cult leader tells you, that's the truth. Even if they just told us yesterday that this color is red and today it's blue, well, it's blue today because my leader said it is.
Yep.
And that's, exactly the same with these guys,
Yep. And they kind of forget that they have been on social for such a long time that the internet remembers what they said before. And so while their own people below them are only taking the narrative from the lips of their leader, what they've actually said, it should be the narrative and the history and the timeline, because again, that's where the problems start to arise, because it doesn't match up with what they're saying right now. And so it's good to have the evidence, but it's like, you have to get through to the people on their team who are still taking all this in, hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah.
How many of you guys, if you guys don't know, I'll explain it. Okay, how many of you guys have referred your favorite Starbucks coffee, your nail tech, your lash tech, your hairstylist, your favorite Fashion Nova outfit? Everybody has done this before. Your favorite barber, if you're a guy, right? We social sell every single day. And I know the word social selling, it sounds like scary because a lot of people run away from sales. But you sell yourself every single day. You sell yourself to the men on here. You sell yourself to that girl every single day. Well, not every single day, but probably at the beginning when you first meet her. You're selling yourself. Same with women. You're selling yourself every time you meet someone.
She had to change what she was saying because men join iGenius as well as girls. I don't know, unless she's talking to the lesbians, but like it's it's like in Monat, they really do target women,
Yep.
and
Yep.
hello, the W in WFAB is for women, isn't it? Oh no, it's for work.
Yes. Yep.
I'm an idiot.
No, you're not an idiot. I think they've changed it though, because they used to do work from home boss babes or work from home boss something, but then they had to change it because they have some dudes on their team now. So I don't even know live chat.
God.
Do y'all know what it stands for now? Because I
Oh,
forgot.
it's builders, boss
Builders.
builders.
Because I thought it used to be babes, like work from home
Mm.
boss babes or something, and they had to change it to builders because there's dudes on the team now. So we don't
Where
know.
them boys at?
Yeah.
I want to see some WFAB guys.
Yeah, let
Come
them
on.
be in the video. Let them be in these videos you're spending thousands of dollars to make and no audio.
Mhm.
Ugh.
Mhm.
On social media, you're selling yourself. You're selling yourself. Oh, I have to make the first impression, the correct first impression, right? It's just you have to change your story.
Oh, it was always
selling.
builders?
Because
Okay.
selling is what's going to get you that financial freedom, right? Any business that you get into, it's sales, right? So with social selling, I've been able to make a very handsome living off of something that I was doing for free for many, many years, right? And this is what clicked for me because I had already subconsciously built up the skills of social selling. Like, why wouldn't I profit off of something that I had already been doing for years? And trust me, I was that girl that did not like sales, okay? I was the one that said, I am so shitty at sales.
Shut up. No. Wrong. Wrong.
Wrong. Yes. I don't know. Listening to her too, it's like, ugh, I'm irritated already, but that's okay. All right.
Have the correct story around sales. The perspective that I just gave to you is what made it click for me. I'm like when I go on a date, I'm trying to show off the best version of me. I am social selling myself.
What? So is that what you're doing here?
It's just changing.
Is that what you're doing here on this call? Because I don't imagine that anyone would describe going on a date or going on an outing with friends as social selling themselves. I don't think so. Would you say that, Tish?
Absolutely not. And it's just that all of life doesn't have to relate back to the MLM. You can just have things and do things and buy things and watch things without it having a motive behind it,
Yeah. Yep. And again, because they're all about alignment and attraction and all this other stuff, everything has to have a meaning. Everything in your life has to have some sort of deal. And when it's not the case, it's like, okay, you saw a dog in the morning on your way to work. That doesn't mean anything. It just means you saw a dog. You know what I mean? It doesn't, it's just wild looking at the meanings they try to associate with stuff. And then it's like, oh, you can't do any of this because if everything has a meaning, then this doesn't have any positive impact on the MLM, and that's the whole goal. And it's like, this is some culty shit. I'm not here for it.
And angel numbers.
Yeah.
The Awake End, terrible name. Awake End people, they're what's it called? They're NFTs. They've made, this is very, very ambitious of them to have made 22,222 NFTs. And once they're gone, they're gone. I'm like, you really think you're gonna get 22,000 people?
That's ambitious. That's at least ambitious, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I don't think so. Not me. That's not me.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the NFT thing was just crazy. Like,
Yeah.
no one wants NFTs.
Yeah.
Are you
And
kidding me?
who thought of that idea? I don't know. They didn't obviously pay for a marketing department because someone would have shut down that idea pretty quick.
I
I
thought,
think.
it's
Maybe they
it's
do
the
have a
gimmick.
marketing.
It's for the gimmick.
But
But
yes, you're right.
weren't Trenant doing were they doing crypto or were they doing
Erin would know better, but they were doing something and then they were going to say they were going to pay their people with some kind of
Bitcoin
I don't know if
or
it was
whatever?
crypto or whatever. So it was like, how is that even? It's worth nothing. So then you're gonna say you're gonna pay people with that, and it's like that you're getting scammed. They just don't want to pay you cash, or they don't want to directly deposit into your bank account because if you're thinking it's gonna be worth something, It's not. It's literally not. Someone, you know, like literally call someone you're in a cult. Seriously.
Call Cheryl because
Call Cheryl. Call
got the
Cheryl. She's gonna have a podcast. Yep.
That story that you tell yourself that, oh, I'm not good at sales. No, you just don't understand how to work sales. And that can always be figured out. If somebody else figured it out, you can figure it out as well too. So here's a perspective, okay? So last year, again, I said I made a lot of money, right, in social selling. And I started to study billionaires. And all of them had one thing in common, and they built their wealth off of investments, okay? Now, I'm going to use something that I can relate to, which is designer. You can relate it to something else that you love. Maybe you like your cars. Maybe you like, I don't know, something else that makes you feel good. I don't know. I just love
Two
designer,
options.
so I'm going to use designer, okay? So how many of you guys love your designer?
But like, aren't you trying to relate to us right now? Why have we got to think of the thing?
Yeah.
You're the one pitching. Like,
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I got to think of something myself. And I think, was it Christina Smallwood? She had some sort of quote from Warren Buffett the
Oh,
other day. I'm like, oh my God,
yeah.
Christina, no.
Yeah.
Warren Buffett is not supporting you. Okay, sweetheart?
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
no.
Yep.
Own some brand name things one day. Type of 1. Type of 1 if you would love to earn some name brand things one day. Okay.
Why are you? Okay, whatever.
So through my entire social selling career, I never.
You mean in Monet? It's not social selling. You're in a multi-level marketing company, and you're mostly recruiting people, and they are purchasing from the company, and you're making commission off of the volume they purchase, not volume they sell. So, okay, it's not social selling. You're in a multi-level marketing company. You haven't done any affiliate links, but I don't think she does any affiliate links. So it's not
I haven't
social.
checked.
It's not social selling. You were in Monet, and now you're an iGenius, and you recruited.
But I also think
I'm sorry.
I think that the WFAB girlies, and men apparently, I think they pay into being in WFAB. I'm guessing they would have fees to be in WFAB.
Mm.
Like, you're with us in our team because I've never heard any of them saying join WFAB, it's free. They've never, because they would say that if it was free, I
Mm.
think. And because Alicia was, when they were summer symposium, Alicia had double ranked apparently. And I'm like, well, how do you double rank? What does that even mean? And then her and Lindsay, the other, oh God, they're all so young. They had this other little plaque or trophy that had diamond on it. And I'm like, she's not a diamond yet. What, like they're the rank of what it is. Jasmine's only just reached friggin' diamond. And so I think they have ranks within WFAB. And that's how she's double ranked, And I'm like, how does she double rank? So that's my own deduction. I'm not 100% sure on it, but it's interesting that they've never said, oh, WFAB is free, we support you, blah 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 blah. But also WFAB is in the team called Game Changers. They're in a team in
Yep.
iGenius.
Yep.
It's a team within a team. It's very weird. So
yeah, and
with
that's the team that
Rakan.
Rakan. Yep. Yep. Sorry, my mouse is paused. Hey, I think I think there's a bot in there. She was in iGenius before, and it was either Rakan, which I think was Rakan, or his upline Anthony. Oh my gosh.
That's why I'm laughing.
That's awesome. Janet, you're the best. Okay, I'm trying to fix my mouse. Apologies. Technical difficulties again. There may be a bot in the chat. I can't get to it because my mouse is broken.
Is it Rich House Reviews?
Yes. Is that not a bot? There was someone else timed out, but If you want to
Does it
click
say?
on the 3 dots next to their name.
Oh,
Well,
for the last time, they're not a bot.
okay.
Sorry, Rich House Reviews ruined my life.
Yeah.
Sorry. I didn't kick it out. Kick the person
I
out.
kicked someone out early. Oh, there we go. We're back. Okay. I kicked someone else because they were talking about tea. So live chat, we're just having fun here. Please, like, no MLMs, no scamming. That's literally an easy thing to do. So I don't know. Okay.
Never once bought designer because it did not make sense to me. I had designer for my I had designer given to me for my last relationship, but I could never fathom like me spending $6,000 on a purse with my earned income, which I'm going to explain what it is.
What?
So earned income is money that you trade. Well, you're trading time for money. That is earned income. So that can be your job,
Oh,
your business
she got
time.
the script wrong.
Yep.
She got the script wrong. You've got
Yeah.
to no. You can only spend money that is made from your money. You know, like
Yep.
that's what their story is now.
Mm.
And she said she never bought designer until this year, apparently. Like, I'm sure you flex designer stuff when you're in Monet, but you know.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly, Laurie.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's like a long. Ouch.
Times.
Investing. It's
Yeah,
about
like,
investing.
yeah, your job, your business, you're trading time for money, right? But I love the banks. I just couldn't understand why it costed so much and how I could like just trade my time for money. I'm working my butt off and I'm gonna go now spend $6,000 on a purse.
I'm blocking
right?
them.
Until
Sorry.
I learned about investing. Okay. So if there's anything that I want you guys to take away from this call today is understanding that the biggest flex is making money with your money, not your time.
What?
The biggest flex is making money with your money, not your time. What is passive income? Can anyone drop it in the chat? What passive income is, or what creates a passive income? What generates a passive income? You guys don't know? Don't worry, I can tell you. So passive income is a recurring revenue stream that requires a
iGenius is not passive income, and having to engage and trade and make sure your money is working in the market. That is not passive. And I say that because I thought passive was set it and forget it, basically, where you do something and then there's less work on the back end or even no work. So, and I know MLMers hate when we use YouTube. It is a very simple idea. If you're monetized, you make a video and it sits and collects views. You don't have to go keep maintaining it, and you get paid off of the ads, the ad clicks, the ad, like just the views in general. So that's a very simple thing where you don't have to go keep updating it, rewatching it, resharing it, nothing. It just sits, and if people want to watch that video, YouTube pushes out that to people who want to watch that content. You don't have to do anything after you've done the work on it, or even I don't know. I know there's better examples out there, but trading in the market doesn't seem like super passive income to me. Now, long-term investing in stocks where you don't have to move it around, but in iGenius, the little bot that you use, you have to like see if the neck is above a certain level, and then you've got to
I know.
and like trade it and like be plugged in.
And you have to cut and paste. You have to cut and paste something from your phone into this. I've watched one of the Australian girls do it a little bit slowly, and it was still very confusing. And I've traded crypto. It's not hard. It's very easy. You just buy the crypto and sell it when you want to make money. Like, it's not difficult, and it's free. Like, everything I did was free. There were minimal like percentages, but Veronica, in all her wisdom, is extremely happy that the bot gets 20% because it means it's working for her. I'm like, what? You are weird. That is so weird. But they don't talk about that. They don't talk about how much Endotech gets.
Yeah, they get a big
that
chunk.
money.
They get a big chunk for sure.
And they get charged on everything. Adding money, taking money, changing money, they get charged in like percentages, whatever they do on that account.
Wow. Wow.
Mhm.
How telling. How very telling.
Requires little to no effort or
Uh,
time to maintain. Okay,
Give
so
me a
that could
break.
be real estate, that can be crypto, that can be stocks,
It's
that can
not
be Forex, that
crypto.
can be rental properties, Airbnb, anything that doesn't require you to trade time for money. Okay, assets.
Oh my
right?
God.
So at the time,
Is
I
she-
had money to invest so that I can make money work for me. I invested into one of the services we're going to explain to you today, and I grew one of my crypto investments up to 274% last year with our automated crypto
Okay, but
service that Dre is going to talk about.
how much did you put in, Jasmine?
Yeah, because putting in $1 and then getting $273 back. I mean, give me a break. Give me a freaking break. Give me a freaking break.
Which means I didn't have to know anything about trading because the AI, the artificial intelligence, did the heavy lifting for me.
Well, to get access to that, you have to pay $2,500 up front to get access to the AI that does everything in an automated way. So they also don't tell you you have to have a substantial chunk to put down, and that doesn't guarantee that you're going to make any money. It just means that you're putting in a hope and a prayer along with $2,500 of your cash and getting access to this system. So, I don't know.
And the $175 a month to keep it up.
Oh yeah, exactly. Good point, Tish. It's just it's very expensive, and it's certainly not I don't know. It's certainly not set and forget like a crock pot or like a I don't know, it's you have to pay attention. You have to be plugged in or you're going to lose a ton of money in my opinion.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
They did everything for me. I just had the money to invest and the AI did it. Right? But what I want to leave you with is I remember telling myself that I would only spoil myself with designer with the passive income I accumulated and not with my earned income. So your earned income should be used to invest so that those investments can make you more passive income. So that way you can continue spoiling yourself. Does that make sense?
Oh my God.
So I bought my first designer bag a month ago. Okay. And with my cash.
Did you sell your other designer bags? Did you give back the designer bags that you took such issue with for receiving as a present? Did you give them back to your former boyfriend? Because, I mean, okay, that's one thing to be able to buy it yourself, but she literally spent, how long have we been watching this? 13 minutes basically talking about what an issue she took with being controlled and I'm not in support of anyone being abused or anything. I'm not trying to say, oh man, she's in the MLM, so she gets what she deserves. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying she took a position that she was not okay with receiving luxurious gifts and being in a situation where she didn't have peace, but she got $6,000 bag, $8,000 bag. I mean, she had a gifted whatever kind of truck that's hundreds of thousands of dollars. I'm assuming she didn't keep that, but did she keep the purses? Because I don't know. It's weird to take a strong stance and then, the follow through is it wasn't that strong of a stance in actuality of what she did with, hey, if you really had an issue with it, I hope you didn't keep any of them. I don't know. I don't know. I'm being petty.
She might be even saying like that she didn't get it brand new because you can get designer stuff off of is it Poshmark or something like that?
There's also some like authorized not authorized resellers, but where you can get used bags that are authentic. There's a couple of sites where you can do that, but Poshmark's one, but Rebag is one. There's a few other ones, but yeah, you can get them for cheaper for sure.
Just with Janet's comment here. Oh, where did it go? I don't think she was with Rakan. I don't think Rakan was her boyfriend before.
It was on different.
I think it was Kane, I think.
Yep, it was Kane.
And they call him the godfather of.
Oh my God.
And he's the one who, if people have seen Chelsea's video about the summer symposium, where he's the one who comes out and he has to do a second entrance because they weren't hype enough, and he's like thinks he's Drake, and he's like, good you know, I'm like, you're in an MLM. What are
Yeah.
you doing? You're
Yeah.
not cool.
Yeah.
So I think that's who she was going out with.
Okay. Yeah, I think you're right. I think I
Mm.
remember that. I was following Jasmine when she was still with him. So
Oh,
so it's just it definitely wasn't Rakan, but it was I think that I remember the name, but oh my god.
were you following no sales game? God,
No, I
were you?
unfortunately discovered her when she did her team up with Jessie Lee Ward, and I was like, "What? What is going on? Why is this crossover happening?" Oh my
She's so
gosh.
awful. She's so awful.
Mm.
She's a bitter Betty. That's what she is.
Yeah, and they were doing that live where they're like talking about us, haters coming for them, and it's like no one's even addressing the issues we're bringing up. I mean, could someone just answer our questions, please, for the love of sanity?
Cash flow, right? That I got from my crypto investments. And my rule is I will never touch the principal, which is the initial money I invested with my earned income, which is the income that I've been trading my time for, right? I will never touch the principal. Okay? Only the cash flow that I made from the principal, which is the money that works for me. Okay, so I'm not where I want to be with my investments yet, but I am grateful I figured this out at 31 years old, because this is how you really will truly create wealth for yourself and eventually stop trading time for money. And this is the only way that you'll be able to make money while you sleep. And we hear it all the time on social media. Okay, so I'm gonna pass it back to Dre. She's gonna break everything down. We do in the most symptomatic way. I don't know if that's even a word, but in the most simplest way.
Symptomatic? No, not a word.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Symptomatic. Like her Broughton.
Oh,
It has
geez.
brought me so much stuff.
Yeah.
Tell us more about how you're fantastic again.
Yeah. Stay on script. Stay on script.
And she's gonna share with us how we grow our investment portfolio, how we've been able to make our money work for us.
Why can't you
and
explain
then she's
it?
gonna show you a PowerPoint slide so that you guys can have a visual. And I hope you guys enjoyed a little bit about getting to know me and how I got to where I'm at today. And hopefully we'll see you in the group chat. Okay, take it away, Jay.
Hello, friends. It's me again. Thank you so much, Jazz.
What did we just learn about her?
She likes expensive bags, and she was in a relationship where she was getting really expensive bags, but then she didn't have peace about it, and then she left, but now she's making enough money to buy expensive bags again. I mean, that's all we learned about her. You're thinking to yourself, okay, this is the video. This is the epitome of videos that's going to get people to say yes to iGenius and WFAB. I'm thinking, okay, it's going to be incredible. And I'm thinking, this is the video that I'm going to watch that's going to make me say yes? Are you serious? Oh my God. I'm picky. I'm so picky. I don't know. I hate myself for it, but I just think, if you're at least going to record something, make it incredible. And this isn't. It just misses the mark. It doesn't miss the mark by a small margin. It misses the mark in a big way that you don't even realize that it didn't even get close to what you're trying to hit.
Yeah, but how much money did they spend making that money laundering thing? It's like,
probably thousands and thousands of dollars.
Those poor videographers, honestly, they'd just be like,
please don't tag me. Yep.
Who are you? Yep. What are you doing? What is this?
I wonder if after they created it, they were like, please don't tag us in your video. We don't want to be associated with this project. Oh my God. All right, Dre.
I love Jazz's story because it relates to so many of us being in different.
I have watched episode 1 and 2. I thought they were going to drop episode 3 2 months ago. And I'm like, come on. Okay. And here's the thing. You have a lot of people, you get a lot of big accounts, highlight your video and rip it to shreds. I get it. That's uncomfortable. But you should have just doubled down and resent it out to your production company and said, freaking fix the audio. You could have done some post-production things, even if you didn't have a mic. You could have cleaned up that audio. Spend a couple $1,000, get the audio cleaned up, and then repost it and basically say, anti-MLMers, F you, posting the videos. Okay, you know what I mean? Like at least put it out. That's my thought. I mean, but they didn't. They stopped posting anything. And I'm wondering if they
Yeah.
posted it in an unlisted channel, but I haven't been able to find anything yet.
Yeah. Well, I think that they don't usually back down. They usually do double down, you know? So
Yeah.
I'm quite surprised that they didn't put it out because when it came out, they were like talking it up. We've got a show, we've got a show. And
Yeah.
I think a lot of the anti-MLM space did think, you know, oh, did they really get a reality show? You know, but
Yeah.
obviously it's self-produced.
Right. Yep. Yeah, and again, I would, you know, they got Isabella did a reaction to it, Savannah did a reaction to it, Chelsea did a reaction to it. Those are some big hitters. Some other people did. I think maybe Aaron and Julie Joe.
Kiki Chanel
Yep, Kiki Chanel, and it's like,
came out
you
of
know,
retirement.
yeah, and one thing is you have marketing wise, you have these anti-MLMers drawing people to your content. You might pick up some people who do like your stuff and want to sign up with you. So why not keep producing
They didn't if they didn't know the backstory and just drop in, they could catch a couple of people, you know?
Yep. Yep.
Places in our lives. So I'm going to go over with you guys actually what the platform does. Okay, what we do on this platform, why we chose to partner up with this company, and how you can start making money with this platform as well. So hopefully I'll have all your questions answered. I'm gonna just go ahead and share my screen. And I think, you know, what Jazz was touching on, you know, using your investments to purchase things rather than using your earned income. Because one thing that I realized coming into this company is that you can never build wealth on income alone. I know so many people that make over six figures a year, but they
How
still
did you know that?
paycheck.
Yeah.
How
We
did
don't
you
know.
know that?
Yep. We don't. Let's see. Let me try to fix the screen. I guess it's just gonna see this. All right, that's okay. That's all right.
Paycheck to paycheck. They may have a nice car, they may have a nice house, but they literally live paycheck to paycheck.
You
because we have
do.
been almost socially taught that as soon as your income increases, you increase your expenses, right? So the reality is no matter how much money you're making, it's not about.
They were getting trolled by anti-MLMers. They were, and you know, marketing wise, I would have turned it off too. But it doesn't help your algorithm to not have any place for any comments to land that would have helped them more to push out their content to more people if they'd left them on. So yeah.
The money that you make, it's about how you use the money that you make. There's a book that I read a long time ago that opened my eyes to this, and it's called The Millionaire Next Door. And it talks about an average family with average income, average jobs, and how they were able to turn into millionaires.
did it too.
Literal millionaires. They use coupons, they do couponing and they do all these things, but they learned how to duplicate their money. Okay. And that's what our goal is here. Our goal at WFAB is to empower the people to take control over their wealth. That is our goal. Okay, so we believe that this is the vehicle that we can use to get there. There's a ton of things that we offer, but this is the vehicle that we're going to use to take us on this journey, right? So we are in partner with a platform called iGenius, okay? And iGenius is a.
Now I will say, I try to, like, on my channel, I try to say like, hey, this is shitty, but this is good. I think Dre is a good presenter. I think she yells a little bit too much for me personally, but if you're talking about someone who can like string together a sentence that's coherent and who can infuse energy into the conversation, I think if we're looking at the lineup for potential WFAB people, I think that Dre is probably the best one. And I think that Dre is actually smart, and if she wasn't associated with an MLM, that would be even better. But I don't know. I just want to give like some credit towards her because I think she's the right person to be doing this part of the presentation. And I know I don't have tons of good feelings about her, but I just, you know, I remember when I was watching anti-MLM content when I was still in, and it was really hard to watch things where there were some parts that were like, well, this is positive or this is actually good. And some of the videos were like, only focusing on all the bad parts, and there was never of like, well, at least this, I mean, not at least, but hey, this is good, or this part of the sales pitch sounds good, or whatever that is. And so I just wanted to like add a little bit of shine to this turd a little bit. Not calling her a turd, but the presentation a turd. So
I definitely I think that she's a better leader than Jasmine.
yeah.
She seems to have the better hype and like even when they were in Monet, have you seen the video where they're in that big room and she's got like that weird I don't know if it's a bodysuit, but it looks like it's
Mhm.
like undone. She's she commanded that room.
Yeah.
Jasmine doesn't have that, you
Yep.
know?
Yep.
And yes, on this one, Dave, her and the Holocaust, that made me very mad. Like
Yep.
that was my first anti-MLM video because I've been to Germany a couple of times. I really I love World War II history. I've been to a concentration camp. I'm like, "Oh no, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Yeah.
You should not
Yep.
do that, Sandra."
Yeah.
And she's still got her businesses. She's still got her businesses in Toronto.
Mm.
She does not make her money purely from iGenius.
Mm. That's good to know. And again, people, it is wild to, we know that Monet does not hold any one of their team to any level of a standard for behavior. And we saw that with Angela Faith Summoner and what she said about comparing the panini to the Holocaust, and they didn't do anything about her because she makes them a lot of money. They haven't done anything about Mandy Sue. And I don't iGenius, that's like I don't know what they're doing either. It's wild to see that they can't see the impact that having people associated with their brands, what having them continually representing them does to their own image, and they don't care. They just see dollar signs, and that's it's frustrating.
Oh,
And
it's like the Beachbody people, like it's just crazy what they get away with.
Yep. And then even Jessie Lee, when right before Russia invaded Ukraine, she was talking about her ex-boyfriend, the who was Ukrainian or who is Ukrainian, and she was making all these comments about how Putin was on her side and all of this stuff. It was very distasteful. She didn't save the live. We downloaded it and we sent it to prove it. And I said, "Hey, this is what one of your top people is saying, and it doesn't just look bad against Jessie Lee, it looks bad against you because she's representing your brand." And they are like, "Oh, well, we'll do something about it." They didn't do anything about it. They didn't do a damn thing about it. So it's just frustrating.
Basically a platform that helps people make, manage, and save more money. Okay, and through this platform, we teach and educate and provide trade ideas on 3 different financial markets. Let me drop some ones in the chat if you
Stop
know
yelling,
these,
get a
microphone. Know
microphone.
what these are, so I can go over them. So we got Forex, we got crypto, and don't be embarrassed to drop a 2. I know there's some ones. Okay, there were some 2s. Okay, Forex, crypto, and stocks. So Forex is the exchanging of currencies, guys. If I want to go to Mexico right now, well, you know what I got to do? Yeah, we do NFTs, not EFTs. We do NFTs. Forex is the exchanging of currencies. So if I want to go to Mexico, I got to change dollars for pesos so that I can spend money in Mexico. Well, money is always circulating from country to country, from place to place, and the relationship between the different currencies is always changing. And in the Forex market, we make money off of that relationship. Right now, we're doing a challenge in binary, which is also in the Forex market, but it's slightly different because it's a time-based trading. Okay. And then the next one that we got, by the way, banks, they be making bank off Forex, okay? Banks are making a lot of money off Forex. They trade trillions of dollars a day in Forex. And let me tell you, let me switch gears a little bit and tell you why, what they're doing. They're trading, making trillions of dollars in the Forex market, and they also
Look, she looked up the USA inflation rate in her tab right here. So she didn't. Okay, whatever. It's just a pet peeve. They're trying to do this presentation, and I guess she's pulled it up to show, but like it just looks unprofessional. And again, this is the video they're sending out to, I'm guessing, hundreds of people looking to join their team, and it's so like shoot from the hip, like we're so incredible. You're going to like whatever we present you. And it's like, it's sloppy in my opinion.
Oh, and that's why that Awakened live
Oh,
of
yeah.
JJ and Erin's, I still haven't even finished it because I just couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, do you even know that you're on live and you're the master recruiter? You
Yeah.
are the face of this company at the moment. And Danielle, she needs to intervene. Like, you see, like, you're the CEO. You
Yeah.
need someone better on your frigging camera than Jody, because she's saying that she's going to do a social media audit without having Instagram.
And she doesn't even know. You need, you know what? Like, hire someone. And it's like she doesn't even know what she's doing. She's asking the guy like next to her about all this stuff, and I'm like, oh dear God. I mean, I'm kind of glad because like you're not going to get this off the
No.
ground, but also I'm like, oh my! I've been in marketing for 14 years. I am just. It makes my skin crawl watching it, and I'm like, oh my God. They're not having anyone help them launch this company? Nope. Okay. Sail away. Do what you got to do and see what happens. Oh my
Oh,
God. Oh.
Obviously, do loans and things like that they make money from. And then when you're putting your money in a bank, how much money are you getting from them? Right? Look at this TD savings account. You're getting 0.01%.
She just looked this up.
Save your money. Save your money. You got to save your money for when we're a kid.
This is bank account interest rates, a generic bank account interest rates thing that she Googled. And then she also has USA inflation rates over here. So she's using this as like her selling point of talking to them about I don't know, like how bad it is just to put your money, like leave your money in the bank. It just looks so unprofessional. She should, anyways, I don't want to get caught up on this, but
with the sauce.
this is sloppy. This is sloppy.
Mm,
Kids,
absolutely.
even the high interest savings account is giving 0.05%. You could have over $1 million in your bank account and you're getting 0.05%. Meanwhile, the bank is making money on your money. Now, we need banks, of course. We need banks. We got to use them to pay bills and different things. But why is it a problem if we keep all of our money in the bank?
You don't use them to pay bills. That is like you store your money there, and then they have these relationships so that that if you pay from your bank account, if you don't use a credit card, but if you have them withdraw it from your account, that you have a spot where someone can go in and withdraw it in the safety of the bank to like protect your money. It's not just forget it, Dre.
It doesn't fit the narrative. Okay.
Yeah, that's right. And I forgot that. If it doesn't fit the narrative, then they're just gonna say whatever they want. And even if it's wildly
problem. Why is the
inaccurate.
0.05% a problem? If we keep all of our money, we just keep saving and saving it. You could be saving hundreds of thousands of dollars in a bank. Why is that a problem? Because of the inflation rate, right?
Oh, next tab. Great, Dre.
Hold on, it's not showing the year.
It's not showing the
what's
year.
on it?
We're live typing in right now. This is what they've sent out to get people to sign up for iGenius. God dang. I mean, I'm kind of glad, but they're still recruiting people. It's like, come on.
Inflation rate, it's showing 4.7%, but it was actually almost 7.5%. But either way, 5%, 7.
It was. So when she actually looked this up before, it was at a different percentage. And then when she looked it up now, it's lower. So, and she's just like, oh, well, it was higher before. So I need to pivot on my, script. Come on, give me a break. Give me a break. Oh, and buy a microphone. Just a goddamn smidge, Dave.
8%, it don't matter because the inflation rate means that your money is decreasing in value. Okay, so even if it was 5% this year, over the past year, then what would happen is that your money would be worth 5% less because you're only getting 0.05% from the bank. So, I tried to teach this to people around me, like my parents and other people that have money saved up, that their money is
major regret, Janet.
Every single year. Now, of course, like I said, you got to have some money in the bank, but you got to realize that the bank is a business. The bank is not your friend. Yes, the inflation rate, 8.5%. That's what it was, right?
What do you mean the bank is not your friend? The banks have regulatory stuff in place so that your money is protected when you put your money in the bank. So, I mean, what do you mean the bank is not your friend? They don't need to be your friend. They have rules and regulations they have to meet to be able to, like, so that you can trust that your money is going to be there. So what does she think that banks are supposed to do? Like, I don't know. I
I
regret
wonder
saying that
if
she was a good presenter.
they have I wonder if they have, because they're a Commonwealth country as well, Canada, and we have royal commissions into things that are dodgy.
Okay.
So there was a royal commission into our banking system because apparently some of the banks were doing dodgy
Okay.
stuff in Australia.
Okay.
I wonder if they have the same systems in Canada.
They
Hmm.
may, and I definitely need to look into it because I know at the time, like at one time when she was still in Monet, she was like staying in Florida for 6 months, and then she was going back to Canada for 6 months, and so I'm definitely confused about what, like, where she's pulling, like, who she's pulling
And
information from. Yeah.
that was during the vid as well, wasn't it? During the
Yes, she was hopping
yeah.
around during the vid too, which is a whole it's just a whole thing.
So you got to realize that, and you got to start learning how to make your money make money for you. Now you can do that in a lot of ways, but let me show you how we do it with our platform, right? So crypto, you guys might have known Bitcoin and Ethereum and XRP. These are all coins. It is a digital currency that no government has control over, meaning that a government cannot make things happen like inflation. Inflation is usually caused by a lot of different things, but also from printing a lot of money, right? Which governments choose to do.
I mean,
right? And
I mean, it's true that it's not government owned or regulated, but it's very unstable. You just can't depend on it.
Yeah,
Like,
it's very unstable, and also if a company accepts crypto as form of payment, inflation still applied because if you let's say that, let's hypothetically say that Subway accepts crypto. Let's pretend Subway sandwiches, it's a restaurant here, accepts crypto. And let's say the sandwich was $6. And then inflation, it's like it costs more, so let's say it becomes 10.50. If they accept crypto, it's still, you still have to give that amount of money to pay for services and goods in reality if they accept that. So they're saying, oh, it's unregulated and it's not going to be, it's not going to be impacted by inflation. What are we saying here, Dre? I regret anything I said about her presentation in the beginning. I take it back. It's redacted. Oh my god.
but the problem is these people who are recruited don't know. They don't realize. She sounds very convincing,
Yep.
and that's the problem. It's like I've said on my videos as well. I know these types of girls. I've taught them. I've taught them. They're not smart. Like,
Mhm.
we need everybody in this world. We need people to be, minimum wage workers. We need people to be this worker, this worker. Like, it's not bad to stay in your hometown and become a hairdresser. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
Like, but these girls are generally the ones who didn't do well in school, don't have a plan, think they go to university, can't find what they're looking for there, and then iGenius is just scooping them up and saying, "Here's your purpose." And it gives them purpose, and they just don't even know a different, an alternative route to where they wanna go.
Yeah.
And
It
it's very sad in that way, you know?
Yeah, and they spend a lot of time shaming other people for different jobs because they use it as a recruiting tactic. They say,
Yeah.
"This is not acceptable, this is not acceptable, this is not acceptable," and your answer is iGenius when, again, like you were saying, Tish, we need a range of people to do a range of jobs because it keeps everything working,
Mm.
and it's just oh, I just regret so much saying that she was a good presenter. But again, what you're saying is she's good at talking you into stuff. She sounds confident.
Absolutely.
And then
Yeah.
you actually listen to what she's saying and it's bullshit. So it's
Yeah.
just uh
And the third thing is the stock market. Stock market you probably heard of. It's when you buy pieces of a company. So
stock market you probably heard of. Okay.
Stock of
Okay,
Apple,
Dre.
right? So we teach on all three of these different markets. And at iGenius, we have 3 different product categories. We have over 15 different products, but I like to simplify it into 3.
She left her
So I'm gonna
mouse
go over
on
3
the
for you guys
screen.
to make it simple. The first one is
Oh,
manual.
that's my worst habit.
No, well, I mean, you didn't record this. They did, and then they sent
No,
it
but
out. Oh my god. I was like, "Is my mouse on there?" It's like, "No." Again, it's
it's
mind-boggling
theirs.
from a marketing perspective that they said, "We're gonna" I think this has almost 4,000 views on Vimeo. How many views does it? It has 2,500 views. And so they said, this is our recruiting video. They
This is
could
our
have
flagship.
they could have edited out that in post-production, but they didn't, and they just left it on there, and they said, "People are gonna wanna join us, so we're leaving it up." Okay, great.
Trading. Okay, manual trading is actually learning how to trade with the help of our platform and our experts. So you do this in a few different ways, right? We're doing that right now. If you've been seeing the binary challenge, we're actually teaching our team and teaching the people and our customers how to trade binary, right? We're giving them strategies. They're trading on their own. And we do this in a lot of different ways. First and foremost, we have over 900 educational videos in our back office, and they look something like this. And they're short videos about these markets that are teaching you exactly how to trade. So if any of y'all hopped in the binary calls and you were like a little confused, it's because these videos will go through all of the introductory. We have introductory, beginners, intermediate, and expert levels as well, right? Advanced levels.
That's
for
true,
people that are
Lynn.
depending on what level you're joining at, right? So over 900 educational videos. We have live trade rooms with experts. Okay, this looks something like this, or something like the binary calls if you've been on them. You got a live expert. They're sharing their screen, they're joining live, they're trading, and you're literally watching them trade. You're asking questions, you're engaging. I ask a lot of questions. That's what I learned. Okay, I'm known for asking like a lot of questions, right? That's how you're going to learn. And they're also going to be placing trades live that you can choose to follow, right? And the third thing that we have is our trade alerts. This is one of my favorites, and this is basically a push notification to your phone where you can copy and paste these trades into your trading
This
app.
does not sound like residual income.
Analyzing the markets
Copy and pasting sure doesn't sound like residual income to me. That doesn't. And it sounds like a lot of work. I mean, yeah, work is work, but still.
And because of the volatility of the market, you'd have to be checking your phone constantly.
Yep.
Like you wouldn't be able to sleep because the market's still open.
Yep.
You know, like the market's open 24/7.
Yeah.
Maybe that because Lily Zaremba used to say, like, I don't sleep. And, you know, that was one of her flexes. And it's like, it's not a flex, Lily. It's
Yeah.
not a flex.
Yep.
Yeah, so maybe that's it. Like you just can't. I would if I had money in it, but I think some of them might have money in crypto now, but I don't think they did to start with.
Yeah.
It was
I
all
don't think they did.
all recruiting.
Yeah. Yep. Because they got bonuses from they get commission when people sign up under them. They don't necessarily have to trade to make money. I mean, paying $175 to have access, I think activates them to be able to get commission. From maybe I'm not understanding it correctly, but they don't necessarily have to be putting any money into the markets to make money.
They get $25 per person.
Okay. And do they make commission off of trades underneath them if their people are making anything?
I don't think they get any money off the trades. I think it's just the people. I'm sorry if you heard my dog's bark then.
No, we love it. We love the floofs. Everyone's like, "We need a floof break." We love. Oh, nope.
But they, what was I thinking of? I think the big thing is the sign up, like getting them to sign up and they get the commission off that. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
But the thing is the AI, the bot, apparently, you know, they say that normal companies have to pay this much money, $2 million, or, you know, like $125,000. So you're getting it for 1,400. Well, guess what? It only takes 80 people to make up that $125,000. So you got more than 80 people in your company, haven't you?
Yep. Sure do.
So what? Haven't you covered the AI's bill?
Yep.
Mm?
Good questions.
So,
Good questions that we're never gonna get answered because they're gonna be like,
no.
"Oh, they're just those haters." You know, they just
Yes.
they don't understand the vision. Well, we understand the math, so we've got questions. I mean, I don't know what to say.
Forex, in crypto, in binary, right? in stocks, in NFTs, and they're literally sending you signals. There was a girl the other day in our Asia, her name's Asia, in our team that literally made $45,000. Okay, this is not common at all, just so you know.
Oh, you can't say that. You cannot say
What'd
that.
she say? Sorry, how much?
Asia on their team made $45,000 in one trade. Wow.
Wow.
And she's not allowed to say that. And she just said it's not common, but that doesn't meet the standard of care, at least here in the United States, for delivering an income claim. Because what's that going to say to someone listening on the call? Oh,
I
bet
could make 40
too. I bet I could do that too. God dang.
But she got lucky. She went to one of the NFT alerts that we got in our channel, and she bought the NFT, and she got a really rare NFT and made $45,000 in a matter of a couple of days. I'm not even forgetting.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
An NFT could be like, yeah, something good. And she obviously sold it at the right time, because NFTs just basically go down after they've been sold for their initial thing.
Was blown,
The
right? And it
dogs-
was
the
literally
dogs
because she
are
followed with the
disagreeing.
expert.
We
Now,
love them.
These are ideas. You can choose to follow them. There's always risk involved. It was one day. Yeah, it was freaking insane, right? And obviously that is a very, very high return, right? So don't be expecting crazy stuff, but the alerts are literally so amazing because they're analyzing it for you and sending it straight to your phone. So all you got to do is get it to your phone.
Probably US
copy
currency.
it into your app and profit, right? That's it.
The only reason they included that in this pitch is so that they would get more people to sign up. They prey on the hope that someone else could run into that same situation, and then they're getting people to sign up on their team doing that. So
that's our trading. That's how you're going
The
to learn.
mouth coin has moved though.
Yeah.
Trade. You're going to learn to trade with these 3 different things that we have to help you. Okay. Our second product, and this is my favorite. This is Jasmine's favorite, clearly.
Yeah, because y'all don't have to think. Okay.
That she used last year. This is what made me fall in love with the company, because I was like,
and it comes with the most expensive pack.
This Bitcoin thing online. I'm like, bro, I'm missing out on Bitcoin and crypto, and I know I'm missing out, but I don't have the time, nor the energy, nor the patience, nor the desire to actually sit down and learn about the crypto market. Like, when I'll be straight up with you guys, when I joined, I was like, I don't want to learn how to trade. Okay. I'm not interested in learning how to trade. I'm interested in making money. Okay. So whatever's the fastest way.
So I'm just going to recruit. Okay. We got it, Dre. We got it. Clear as mud. Okay.
Easiest way for me to make money. That's what I was interested in. Whatever's hands-free. So that's why I fell in love with this, because I know that there are so many people just like me. My mom uses the AI. She's like, does it work? I'm like, yes, mom, it works. She's like, okay, here's my money. And I put her money in. Okay. So she's trading in the crypto market, and she doesn't even know nothing about crypto. She just
What? They're going to bankrupt their parents as well. Gee.
Yeah.
It's just so unsustainable.
Yep. And again, she probably signed up her parents on her downline so she could start like growing her team. And, how do you again feel good about plugging your parents' hard-earned money into this system? It would be difficult, if not. It would be impossible for me to do that to my parents. Oh my God. And again,
And
it's
her
like
parents,
$2,500.
her parents are immigrants as well. So,
Yep.
like they worked really hard to probably put her through university. Do you know?
Yep.
Like,
just knows that it's big, right? So this is a service that literally everybody can use. Okay. And it's a third-party service, okay? It's an automated trading software, okay? I'm gonna actually show you guys the website. I had it open over here.
Oh,
It's
another
by a company
website.
called
Dear God.
Endotech, okay? Endotech is an artificial intelligence company that specializes in the financial market. So we are not an artificial intelligence company, but they are. This is their expertise. This is what they're good at. So what did we do? We have hundreds and thousands of people partnered up with us. So you know what we did? We leveraged that so that we could get a good deal and good rates to be able to use this platform. Because this platform, let me tell you, is only available to the richest of the rich. If you click start now, okay, and you want to use this platform, which I'll go over the returns in a second, but if you want to use this platform, you can either be a partner, which is us, right? Or you have to pay institutional fees. Annually, you would be paying $125,000.
Tish just called this.
But also on their website, I can't find any other partners other than iGenius.
Oh, how sneaky.
If your company is so good Why are there no other partners?
Yep.
Huh?
Yep. Yep. Very good question. And again, questions we're never going to get answered. And
No.
again, if it is an industry standard and people other than freaking iGenius are using this, they should have it listed. And it looks like it's just not a cover, but kind of a cover for iGenius. So just Harper, he might be in Tish's chat.
Oh.
So Harper was asking why couldn't she see David? David's hopping between chats. So we have access to both chats, and that's why we're putting up chats as we go. But Dre is so long-winded. I don't know, Tish, would you want to come back for part 2, or what would let's finish this though, because Dre.
Do
you want to make her a bit faster?
Go faster. Let's see. Okay. Can we handle Dre at 1.5? We're gonna find out.
We'll see.
This is exactly why. Because the average person is
I
not going to have $100,000 every year just for fees. We pay only $1,500 once. Okay, which I'll go over the pricing in a minute. So let me go back here and explain to you how freaking crazy this is.
Yeah, you pay $1,500 once, but then you pay $175 every month.
Yep, and they always conveniently leave out the details. And then you get stuck, and then they talk you into why you have to pay all this. But again, that should be in the pitch. It's deceptive to leave it out. It's almost like a lie of omission, except it is a lie of omission because they're forcing you to make a decision based off of an incomplete picture. And like, why can't they just tell us the truth from the very beginning? Because they would have less people say yes, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oops.
So it's fully automated. They trade. I think it's loading right now. They trade $2.4 billion every single month. $2.4 billion, right? And everything is completely automated. Okay, it's like a robot that places trades for you. People always ask, is it humans working behind the scenes? No, it is like Siri. It is like artificial intelligence is like Siri. It's like Alexa. It's like the Google Maps on your phone. It's like your facial recognition on your iPhone. It's like filters on Instagram. It's like your algorithm on Instagram that knows. And y'all ever talked about like yoga, and all of a sudden you see like ads for yoga mats and yoga pants on your Instagram, like literally like within hours? That's an algorithm. Okay.
Yes, Google has it. I mean, Facebook has it. Instagram has it. Like it's. Oh my God! Her using like all of these descriptions that have been around for a long time. I don't know. I'm just irritated with her.
It's just when they're saying with the monthly fee. Well, it's like your Netflix subscription. No, it's not like the Netflix subscription.
If a Netflix subscription costs $2,500 to start up and $175 a month, and you had to invest in Netflix itself to be able to watch the movies, that sure, it's just like Netflix. Okay, Dre, got it. Oh my God. And it's not like a Costco subscription. It's not like Amazon. It's not like anything like that. It's not the same. It's not even close.
But they just do it because of the name recognition, and someone will come along and say, "Oh, I've heard of those things." And
yeah, and it's almost like a thought-stopping technique, because when someone says, "Oh, I know that," they don't follow through and say, "Okay, well, what about it is like Costco? What about it is like Netflix? Does Netflix cost $175 a month? Nope. Does Netflix require you to pay $2,500 to get access to the platform? Nope. Does Netflix make you invest in the company? No. Oh, so is it like Netflix? Well, you both could give money to both these organizations. So it's like every business who offers a service. Okay. I mean, it's just they use it in such a deceptive way.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yep. Let's let her finish this tab she has open. Dear God.
Hey, cut it out.
That's artificial intelligence. We use it all the time in our daily life. Why not use it to make us some money, right? So if you go under strategies, and by the way, this is a public website.
You're not guaranteed to make any money.
Strategies, we have a bunch of different strategies or algorithms that are trading in this market for us, right? There's the green ones are lower risk and the red ones are higher risk. Okay, so my favorite one, but all of them are freaking dope, but my favorite one is the ETH beta. It has performed really, really well, okay?
You
all
cannot
of the data
make
is tracked. You can see
claims.
under trade. You can see every single trade that
So
was
I
added.
think what they do with these is they'll say that one of them is their favorite, and I think it's like, okay, I just have to learn one and how it works, and then I've got to pay. I think they just choose one to go with, and because it doesn't matter really. I
Mm,
mean, there's people who earn money off it, obviously, but
right.
it's all a risk, really.
Yeah.
It's just a
Yeah.
calculated risk.
Yeah. And again, the way that she's describing it is she's not balancing out her statements by saying it's a risk. See, she kind of sprinkles it in there a little bit, but not enough to say um to, in my mind, make it balanced, because she said this is my favorite one. The green ones are the lesser risk. This is the one I do all the time, and by the way, you can trust me. Instead of
Mm.
saying every time I invest, it's always a risk, and I never invest something that I'm not willing to completely lose. And she needs to
Yeah.
say that after every single time she talks about investing, because if you don't, people get caught up in the sales pitch. They get caught up in the excitement, and she's only talking about the positives. And then we run into a deceptive recruiting practice, which we see, in my mind, on a lot of multi-level marketing company teams. And it,
Absolutely.
like, when are we going to protect the consumer? Oh, we're not, because you personally profit off them? Give me a break. They
Yeah.
could, and we would love some
It's like
ethics.
it's like the, Dominic Izzo, where he's saying, well, oh, they say they are at the top, blah 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 blah. And it's like, well, they were, then they saw how things ran, and
Yep.
they could not ethically go on. When you get to a certain point in an MLM, and that's what I thought about the Beachbody people too. When
Yeah.
you get to a certain point in an MLM, you know how your money is earned. All of those top people who stay there do it knowing that they're taking advantage of other people. And they are scumbags for doing that, like that's gross. And the people who get out are not failures. They just cannot ethically make money that way, and that's the difference between, it's like they didn't fail at network marketing. They succeeded, but they could not keep going.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
And there's some people that I go live with. Jen was a high ranked, she was a diamond.
Oh, yeah,
Amy
right.
was a diamond, and not a 15-star or anything, but diamond is getting up there already in
Yeah.
ranks. And again, them saying, "Hey, this isn't for me. I can pivot," and you cannot make judgments about what people use to make their decisions. If they said, my team specifically is not winning, and I see it as you cannot separate my success from them not being able
Mhm.
to succeed, and I cannot sleep peacefully at night, I'm going to walk away. And he does discount that line of thinking whenever he
Mm.
says, oh, you must have not really been at the top, or because if you were ever at the top, you wouldn't have decided to do that. Well, oh, that's your opinion. That's not necessarily the case. And there actually are people who were at the top who decided to leave. There's a lot of
Yeah.
people. There's a
I
lot of
mean, look
people.
at Erin. She was directly under Jessie Lee,
Yeah.
like directly under. And it's crazy.
Yep. Yep. Let's see.
Place since the inception of this strategy. You can see that it was started in 2017, and since 2017, so for 4 years and 3 months, it has done over 2,000% in returns.
See that she's using this to get people to sign
a
up.
bit under 500% a year. Obviously, some years are higher, some years are lower. Last year, it did 273%.
Winning months 31, losing months 20. And she's not going to talk about that either. So, I mean,
It's low risk. Okay.
yeah, because a 31 to 20 is not that's not a huge difference. You know what I'm saying? And so is she gonna, I wonder if she's gonna bring that up at all, but I don't think she is. She's just talking about the annual return, what
And
percentage.
she can say, oh, but I showed them that screen. Didn't you know? Like, you can lose money.
Yeah.
It was on the screen.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
That's not including fees, right? Like, I don't think y'all understand how crazy that
Jeez.
number is. When
Ooh.
I was reading investment books, I was reading all these
She
investment
just
books.
said that so quietly and quickly then. It's
Yep.
and minus fees. Minus
Yep.
fees. Oh, what are the fees? Do you want
Yep.
to talk more about that?
Yeah, we'd love to hear more about that.
You need to learn how to make 10% a year. If you can learn how to make 10% a year, then you could compound that and make a lot of money. You could hit $1 million. And I was like, okay, 10%, I'm gonna make 10%. And this strategy did 273% last year. Now, every strategy is different. We have some that did 15%, we have some that did 30, we have some that did 80, we have some that did over 500, we have some that did over 1,000, okay? The strategies are all different, but this is my favorite one because as you can see here, the lowest low was 14, guys, in over 4 years, they've never lost more than 14%. And obviously that outweighs this 2,000% by a lot, but never lost more than 14% in trading. That is insane. Okay, so very low risk, very high reward for this strategy right here. Okay, and you can check any one of the strategies that you want. They all have really good returns. I think this one was at about 1,000 last year, right? Or over the course of the
1,000 what percent?
Yeah.
$1,000, 1,000 American dollars. What is the 1,000?
Yeah. She's just using numbers and trying to get people to make assumptions about stuff. And Ray, why are you doing this?
So this one was 200, right? But
so Harper said my friend tried day trading. He lost $35,000. No, thank you.
Oh my Lord.
Holy crap.
They all have different strategies, right? You can see which one is going to be for you and choose the strategy for you. I think this one, BTC, this one trains mostly Bitcoin. So you can see all of the different strategies that we have, okay? Now let me show you this, okay? This is something that I saw today and I was like, damn, because it was facts. There's something.
It's facts? Where did you pull this graphic from? We're just supposed to assume that where did we get it from? There's no sources cited. It's just that you just have like the Ethereum and the Bitcoin, like so when did we pull these numbers? What year is it from?
There's a little gray thing that you can't quite see there, which might be the crappy disclaimer, but also Endotech is not a crypto coin. Why is it next to Bitcoin and Ethereum? And what's a crypto ETF and an X? Like, this is just green lines on a screen, you know?
And the gray part says annual results for period ending in March 31st, 2022. I'm wondering if is it for the whole year? Like what range of months is it measuring? Because we don't have, I mean, I don't know. It's just frustrating.
And if you come to the video with no knowledge of crypto, you don't know what any of this actually means.
Yep.
You know?
You just see a really big green line.
There's an acronym called HODL. It's a play on words from the term hold, right? Because what a lot of people do, there's a difference between investing and trading, guys. Investing is where you just put your money in something and if you wait long term for the value to go up, right? So you buy a stock or you buy something and you wait long term for the value to go up, or a property, right? And that's called investing or holding. So some people do that strategy. Maybe some of you guys on here, you have Bitcoin, you have Ethereum, you have some of these, coins out there, and you may be holding on to them, waiting for it to increase. But the thing is the market's always fluctuating, right? And really the return that you're going to see is really dependent on the amount of money that you have invested. About 10 to 20% of the population, of the adult population, is invested into cryptocurrencies. Less than 1% have over $1,000 in crypto.
Can we have a source?
So if you have less than $1,000 in crypto and you're waiting for a whole year for 11% or minus 22% or all these different things, then your return is not going to be that high.
Okay, but then she's talking about compounded interest here. But then when she was talking about millions of dollars earlier being in a bank and only getting a certain smaller percentage return, well, that certain smaller percentage return on $1 million is significant. Or when it starts compounding and you have more money in there, it's just, you can't use the same thing and not talk like about the positives for both. But she does it. She does it in multiple situations.
And Dave's comment is very apt. Very apt, Dave.
Oh, we did speed her up. She's talking pretty fast. But yes, she could be a great auctioneer. Live chat, I think that we need to make this into a two-parter. I don't know if Tish, I hope that you can come back for part 2.
Yes, and yes, it's still early here, but it's late for you guys, so it's okay. It's okay.
You are you're the best for going live with me. I'm again, I think it's important to highlight this because iGenius is, I don't know how successful WFAB is, but they are, again, getting lots of, it seems like they're getting a lot of traction with their team based off of.
Especially, like Lily was doing a world tour. She's been to Bolivia,
Oh, yeah.
looking at those developing nations and who already have unstable economies just normally.
Yeah.
And, looking at this I think in Bolivia, she was on their national like TV station with one of her reps,
Oh my
and
God.
it's and they've been to Slovenia, they've been to a lot of countries that are not as savvy with the anti-MLM stuff, and it looks like for many people who live in poverty, they're looking at this Lily Zaremba freaking, jet setting around the world, being a millionaire, and it's like you you just stayed. That's all. The only thing you did is you didn't actually leave iGenius when it was Kuvera, like you just stayed.
Yeah.
'Cause when Rakan was telling the story about when he didn't say it was when they changed names, but that's when it happened.
Mm.
He said that thing his whole downline quit and left, but Lily's still there, so Lily must have stayed. So
Oh.
he didn't mention that, he still had any people from those days, but she was still there. I really don't like her. Janet, yes.
Yes.
And Lynn,
Yes.
I can't stand her.
Yeah, and again, listening to these pitches, listening to the manipulation, even Lily Zaremba as a whole, there's a lot of people from iGenius that are like, this is a lot. And also this is a lot of misinformation. It's a lot of bullying. It's a lot of manipulation. It's a lot of behavior
Yes.
control, emotional control, like thought control. It's like, oh my God, what is going on? So if you want to dive more into that, Tish has a ton of videos exposing them. We're gonna come back for a part
And
2. And
Isabella Lancer's got some really good ones on the
yep,
iGenius as well.
yep,
Yeah.
yep. So if y'all liked this video, love for you to like the stream. If you could go over and follow Tish if you're not already over there. She is a great follow. She's always uploading content. She is a consistent creator to follow. And I am excited to have her back on for part 2. And well, we may have to
Yay!
do something more in the future. Maybe that's not iGenius because we can only take so much of Dre and Jasmine.
Ah,
But
yes.
yes, thank you live chat. You've been
Thank
incredible.
you.
We appreciate the support. Replay crew, much love to you. Let us know what you think in the comments below, and we will catch you on the next live stream. All right.
Alright.
Bye.
Bye-bye.